Hey, how you doing? I'm Chris, and this is the Kentucky Woodsman channel. I'm sure most of y'all that's watched the channel know that already, but to let you know. Today we're here at the off-grid cabin. We're going to make some bannock. We're going to take care of a couple of video tags that I've been tagged in, and hopefully we're going to beat this storm that I hear rolling in over the mountains. But I was tagged several weeks ago by both In the Woods with Bigfoot, John, and Blue Collar Backcountry, Tony, down in Texas. Okay, we're going to go ahead and talk a little bit about the first tag that I was in. This was back in May, and it was actually meant to be done during the actual quarantine, but seeing as I didn't get it done at that point in time, we are going to go ahead and do it now. And I'm going to change it a little bit. It's actually going, every question I'm going to answer in the context that it's done, what I've done during the pandemic. But the original tag was a 10-question tag for the quarantine. So the first question we had was, how many rolls of toilet paper do you have? Okay. Like I said, I was tagged by, 3, 2, 1. I was tagged by Tony Hyde down in Texas with Blue Collar Backcountry channel. And Tony, I apologize it's taking me so long to get this out, but like I said, things have been a little bit crazy, but I'm glad to do it, and I'm just had to hold off until I could get a chance to do it. The first question was, how many rolls of toilet paper do you have? Well, we're in good shape toilet paper wise. My wife has always been one, when she goes to the grocery store or when we go to the store, we're always proactive, and we buy a package, you know, every week and a half or so. So we usually have some in reserve. We're not hoarders by no means, or we're not even in a prepper type situation, but we do keep toilet paper on hand. So that's that. We never actually ran low here at the house. The stores ran low. Actually, the stores right here in my hometown, which is a small town, are still running low. It said, what's the biggest change since COVID-19 has been around? Man, you're looking at a person who was used to going every weekend, doing the weekend warrior thing, you know, whatever it was, whether it's kayaking or scuba diving or camping, or you're just trying to stay as busy as I possibly could during the summer. And the biggest change has been the travel. You know, we had a trip planned to Yellowstone in May. We also had a trip planned to go scuba diving in Hawaii in December, and doesn't look like either one of them are going to get to happen. Not because you can't air travel, I mean, because you can air travel right now, but my job will not allow me to go on an airplane at the moment unless I am willing to come back from my vacation and quarantine at the house for 14 days. So you know, for most people, that's just not going to happen. It can happen. I don't have that much time, and really I can't afford to lose that much money whenever I come back from a vacation. So obviously you can see that would be a huge change. So I'm going to say the lack thereof travel is probably one of the biggest changes I've seen. And it says, where are you quarantined? Well, when the quarantine was actually going on, I was quarantined between the house and my job. I worked 40 plus hours a week during the job. You know, when all this was going on, I actually had to drive to Tennessee to work, so it really didn't feel as much like I was quarantined as I'm sure it did for a lot of people. So I'm kind of glad of that. And it says, what have you gone without? Well, can't say as I've really gone without anything, to be honest with you. I've been fairly lucky. I've not had to go without anything, and I'm very, very happy and very glad about that. Okay. To answer the next question on Tony's tag here, it says, "What are you most thankful for?" What am I most thankful for? Well, I guess to be honest with you, I'm thankful I still got to work. Even though I had to put in a lot of hours, I am glad I got to work. Because I know there was a lot of people that lost their job and are still losing their job due to everything that's going on. So I am glad I got to work. It says, "What do you miss the most?" I miss the traveling. I miss being able to travel. I miss being able to go places. Now, granted, you can still make trips around here locally. You know, I have been on a few camping trips, a couple of very short kayaking trips, and did get to go on a little vacation to South Carolina, but that all has to be within driving distance. So, you know, it makes it a little harder. It says, "How long has it been since you've been to a campsite?" Well, actually not that long ago. We had the spring meetup in June. I guess that was the last campsite I was actually at. And camped in South Carolina at the beach also. So I have got to camp a little bit. And it says, "What is your favorite quarantine food?" Seemed like we ate a lot of pizza while we were quarantined. We were ordering pizza a whole lot. So pizza, I guess, was our favorite quarantine food at the time. And number 9, how are you exercising or working out? Well, not too good. Like I said, I have maintained a really busy schedule. I've exercised what exercise I get at work and what exercise I get around the house, but anything above and beyond has not really happened a whole lot. I have got out and jogged a little bit a couple of times trying to get ready for an upcoming Spartan that ended up getting canceled because of the COVID-19. So there's been a lot going on, and I'm not exercising near as much, and I can tell too. Okay, and last but not least, who am I tagging? Well, I don't know. Let me think on that. Let's go ahead and get started on the Bannock. I've already pre-mixed some of the stuff up, most of the stuff. I've got self-rising flour. I've got a little bit of sugar because I want to make sweet Bannock. I've got a little bit of baking powder, very little bit, some salt, and that's about it. And now I'm going to mix a little bit of water and oil together. Now I'm not going to actually make a dough this time. I'm going to try to make I guess a little bit of more of a batter than a dough. I know some people do it both ways. I've seen it done with a batter. I've seen it done with a really thick consistency dough that they actually knead it out with their hands, and sometimes they even roll it out, you'll see. But let's see how this goes. I can honestly say I've never made Bannock before, so this is a new one. Like I said, I was tagged by In the Woods with Bigfoot John down in Georgia for this tag. And just like with Tony, I apologize to John that it took so long to get to it. Just been not forgot about it, just haven't had the time to do it till now. So we're enjoying the day up here on the mountain at the cabin, and we're going to try to make some Bannock. So let's see how it goes. I think it's hot. It looked like it was yeah, it's hot. She's a sizzling. Which incidentally, speaking of John, somewhere here, there it is. Got a mail call from John. I have already opened it, but I'll show you guys what he sent. I'll get it out of here again. It says, "Hey bro, hope you like my new logo. These decals are a bit of a pain, so I'm going to try to get stickers for the future. Stay safe. John, Bigfoot." I don't know if you can see his new logo. But there's old Ruger, and there's John, and they're in the woods. Fun stuff. I'll put that on my Acadia kayak, my Perception Acadia kayak. Now Bannock, if you don't know what Bannock is, obviously it's a type of fried bread. It was used a lot by trappers back in the early days whenever they were going out and running their trap lines for a day or for days on end. And it was a way for them to prepare food or have something to eat that didn't require a lot of prep work, and it also didn't require, you know, a ton of precaution to keep it, I guess, fresh or whatever. They could make this stuff up and make a couple of pieces of it, and it would last them a couple of days. I'm sure a lot of them probably fried it up on the spot also. But you know, to talk about, just basically talk a little more about the everything that's been going on this year. It has been it's been a very strange year. I think everybody can agree. My routine that I have for the summers is not went well at all. I typically try to do a lot of scuba diving, a lot of fishing, try to do a lot of camping, try to do a lot of you know, kayaking whenever I get the chance. I try to stay busy during the summer, and I've just not been able to accomplish that. I stay busy, all right, but it wasn't so pretty, but maybe it'll be all right. Actually, don't look too bad. It'll get done. Don't look bad at all. Burn it a little bit. I don't pretend to be a good camp chef. Actually, I'm far from a good camp chef. But I can cook a few things once I get used to cooking them. And this Discada that I use has really, it's made a huge difference in what I can fix when I'm outdoors like this. I love this thing. Hot. As it should be. Been a while since I did any work on the cabin too. I got some work planned for it. I'm gonna add a window to the loft in the back there, and got to try to paint it. I've got to try to get the inside finished completely, just to be honest with you. There's a lot to do. At some point, hopefully, we'll get around to getting it done. Incidentally, got a few trips planned in the next couple of weeks. Don't really want to announce what they are just yet, but I've got to say one of them is not something that a lot of people have had the chance to do, so I'm looking forward to it. It is a kayaking trip. It is a pretty neat kayaking trip too. And then there is another kayaking trip in the plans for a river here in Kentucky that is one of them. It's typically, I think they consider it a whitewater river. I don't think it'll be whitewater right now because we're kind of in the dry part of the summer. But there might be some decent shoals or something on it. We'll see. Well, I'm going to consider the Bannock a major fail. It's falling apart. Not supposed to fall apart, I don't think. But it is done. Just falling apart. I think it's actually supposed to stay together so you can pack it a lot easier. We'll let it cool off in just for a minute, and then we'll give it a try. See how it tastes. Get off the fire. Now, incidentally, John was tagged in this Bannock video by a relatively new channel to our group. It's called Kuehl Kuest, and it's not spelled with a C or a Q. I think it's spelled, both of them are spelled with a K. Kuehl, spelled with a K, and Quest, I think it's spelled, starts with a K, if I'm not mistaken. Don't hold me to that. But they have a really nice channel. It's a husband and wife team, and they get out and do a lot. Been doing a lot, seeing a lot of neat places, doing a lot of neat things. I'll put their channel link in the comments below, along with John's and along with Tony at Blue Collar Backcountry, and go over there and show them some love. Tell them Chris sent you. This piece ain't too bad. It's actually pretty good. Got a good taste to it. Not bad at all. Not sure why it's falling apart so bad. It does have a good taste. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Actually, that's very good. Like I said, folks, if you're not already subscribed to In the Woods with Bigfoot, Blue Collar Backcountry, or Kuehl Kuest, go check them out. This has been making Bannock for my first time of making Bannock, and like I said, it didn't turn out very pretty, but it does have a good taste. so I don't guess it's a complete failure. But take care, and hopefully you'll see me in a couple of weeks paddling a kayak in some really strange places.